Cults of Corey. You have to have evidence, right? There's reasons he doesn't have different kinds of evidence.
Conclusion: Good was a pathological liar who may be being used in some way to discredit research into the secret space program and UFOs. The closer we look at this situation, the more it appears that Good's story is part of a carefully staged marketing campaign, the tentacles of which reach into many different avenues of independent media. Good's marketing campaign has adopted popular alternative themes like high-vibration foods, meditation, consciousness raising. This attempt to co-opt spiritual living memes sets the trap for a seeker to agree with Good on these topics and ignore or go on faith with Good's far-flung stories of being a galactic messenger of blue avian aliens. This technique is also employed by cult leaders to establish rapport and gain trust. As with any trend, there were always those on the sidelines wondering how they could imitate and exploit the movement. Corey's kids.
Hi! This is Teresa here from Divine Frequency and Jordan Sather from Destroying the Illusion.
A plan to market video games, comic books, and lifestyle apps to teenagers under the blue avian theme of higher consciousness.
Here's what's interesting. Here's a picture of her, right, 7 months ago. It's the last video she had made 7 months ago. So as you can see, she starts out a year ago. Divine Frequency Introduction, Power of Manifestation. Now let's pay attention to the topics. Power of Manifestation, cold never bothered him anyway. Abolish stress in one easy step. Humble thyself in the sight of the Lord. Cosmic Confidence Part 2. Beyond the physical, soul, body, and astral travel. And then Part 2, Beyond the Physical, Everyday Divinity. Soul, Meet Human Experience. Affluence and Prosperity, and her last one, 7 months ago, 5 signs you aren't being your authentic self. Is that an irony moment? And then all of a sudden, 2 weeks ago, now you remember all these topics, the Rendlesham Farm incident and alien communication. This is what she looked like when she came back from her 7th month hiatus, as opposed to that. All right, and it's funny, 5 signs you aren't being your authentic self, and apparently she authentically has, like, she's brown hair. And now we see the kind of very familiar looking, new agey, kind of almost, seems like it has, like, if you don't look something like this, you just might not look the kind of goddessy little part. After 7 months, she comes out, Rendlesham Forest. Her next one is UFOs, Disclosure and Free Stuff, Rendlesham Media Coverage. And she was also showing off a Nick Pope book in one of these, and was also hawking some Ancient Alien DVDs. Okay, so there was 2 promotions, one for Ancient Aliens and one for Nick Pope, who is the kind of the government guy involved with the Rendlesham Farm incident. And then we have Why I Came to Contact in the Desert, cultural programming. Now, an interesting thing is also, I mean, here's something that's a year ago, has 28 views, 62, 59, 71. She does this Rendlesham thing coming out of nowhere, when she has 556 views. Then this one, 1,200. This one's 15 hours old, and it has 577 views. 7 months ago, 71 views.
At Contact in the Desert, Corey announced that he was putting out a book on the secret space program. When I looked at who the co-author was, I saw a surprising name, Jordan Sather.
Okay, I don't know half the stuff I do.
A new Corey's kid. Sather last year had a website about taking healthy supplements. Suddenly, he started a YouTube channel a few months back that took pains to defend David Wilcock and Corey Goode, saying at one point, all Goode wants is to love and be loved. Strange commentary here, laced with cult-like sentiment, but with no journalistic merit. The Disneyfication of the secret space program is crucial to the marketing campaign effort to attract millennials and young adults. This is clearly an attempt to co-opt an important research subject, and to take investigative research into this black project and replace it with fantasy narratives, with Corey's kids spreading his blue avian talking points, and gearing up for the next phase of targeting a key demographic of teens. The video game and comic book marketing push was going to need some young faces. Corey at 47 is not up to the job, so the Corey's Kids program had to be kicked off soon. Corey insisted on having his new recruit on his panel about UFO disclosure at Contact in the Desert. The problem is his new recruit has no background on disclosure or the secret space program. but we can be sure we'll see him on Gaia TV with Good, promoting their new book together. He'll be touted as an expert on the secret space program.
So what's next for you? Like, what are the next conferences that you're going to be going to?
ESETI Ranch, and you can go there. There's been lots of UFO sightings there. It's a very energetic hot spot. He actually invited me to go speak over the 4th of July. The Mutual UFO Network, their big symposium in Vegas in July. And then in August, I will actually be attending and speaking at what's called the Eclipse of Disclosure Summit in Mount Shasta. Busy summer.
Now, the participants in the Corey's Kids strategy are just young people trying to get involved in something meaningful. They have no idea they are pawns in a 3-year entertainment game that is meant to harvest the UFO and secret space program community, financially, emotionally, and even spiritually. It might seem natural to put all of this on Corey. After all, he's making all the claims. But we should remember that every step of the way, it's not just Corey Good and his story. It's the manipulative marketing apparatus, including David Wilcock, Gaia TV, and others, that are making this diversion possible. Corey has bragged on his Facebook page about meeting with a top comic book company in Hollywood and asked his followers to send him good vibes. Some may ask, as Bill Ryan did in our interview series, why a genuine participant in secret, unacknowledged programs would trivialize his story with comic books and video game deals. The answer is the marketing campaign requires the young adult market in order to make this work. At the Contact in the Desert event, strange banners started popping up proclaiming the next 3 years as the opportunity to navigate to the most optimal timeline, drawing on Good's theme of raising our consciousness so we will get to UFO disclosure. Good announced plans for programs of treatment that will help individuals cope with UFO disclosure during this period, yet another leg of the marketing plan. Along with a new show at Gaia TV about disclosure. Since Gaia TV got some traction with Good's unvetted story, they must feel the time is right to double down. When Good was mildly challenged about his stories and asked to respond to allegations of fraud raised by Project Avalon's Bill Ryan on a recent radio appearance, Good came forward with a new marketing slogan: Unity in the Community. Good's Unity in the Community slogan could easily be interpreted as, "Don't question my unverifiable bizarre stories until the 3-year disclosure marketing plan is over." Of course, by that time, too many earnest seekers looking for something real, outside of the controlled official story presented by the media, will have been fleeced of their money and their hopes of something better being out there.